Hello guys, I'm Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? I am back to work on this journal and I haven't worked on any of it without you. I just basically picked out some paper here and that's all I did. So I thought maybe we could do this together. So what I'm going to do, I decided to put some paper on the inside. I just thought this would be so pretty with the fabric and this book and the overall look I'm going for. So let's go ahead. Here's the other side. I love this side too, to go with this book and this cover and the colors in this cover. Let me show you. But to go with this fabric on the spine, I need a little bit something to, contrast rather than compete with it. So I'm using this, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can, I think I want to see how I'm doing this side. So it's going to be like this. And I believe, let's see, let me measure something for once. So I'm trying to see how much space I have here. Yeah, I have 6, yes, I think it's 6. So I think basically I can cut this in half. It's a 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper and it's cardstocky. So I'll make a nice inside cover here. I'm going to cut it in half and see what we can do here. It looks even. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this in half. And let's see what we can do. I think this will be really pretty. The inside of this is perfect. I mean, this is like a new book here. This is not an old book. But I just think it'll be prettier. This particular journal will be prettier with some decorative paper here on the inside. I looked at using the kit, but the pages weren't quite big enough. And so I decided to use this. I thought it would go well with the kit and the book and the fabric. So here we go. We have our 2 pieces. And what I thought we could do, let's see now. Let me think about this for a second. We can put this like this. And the fabric will be going here. I might need to cut this. This might be too wide, but it might. Yeah, I have to figure out. I have to look at the outside because it might be too wide. We don't want to cover up our airplane on the front of our journal, right? So, but I was thinking it would be cool to make a pocket, but a lot of times I will take the scrapbook paper and be able to fold it up like this and make a pocket. But will that go? Let's see. Will that be too much? See, I think that's too much. As far as, like I said, I don't want this paper competing with my fabric here. So I think what I can do is, let me fold this up as to where I would want to cut it. Got strings here. Strings coming off my fabric. So let me see. It's even up here. So let me make it even here on the bottom. And what we can do is still use this for a pocket, but we'll cut it off and turn it around. I think that would be cool. So normally this would be really cool, but with that fabric, it's not going to go. It's just not going to go. So we can just cut this off. And we'll do this for both the front and the back. Cut this off and make us a nice little pocket here. Because that is nice when you're trying to put things into your journal, to have a pocket right there. Especially if it's like a baby journal and you want to, you don't have time to do it right then and there. You can do it later. So we'll do it like this. And I'm probably going to sew this. I mean, I'm going to glue it down so it's ready for me to sew on, but I'm going to try to sew on this too. Because I have done that. I did that on my Jingle Bell journal. Okay, so I want access over here to get into this pocket easier. I don't want it to glue it down on this side because it just makes it too hard to get things in and out of the pocket. So I want to cut a little angle here. So I'm just going to think I'm going to, and this needs to be cut off anyway. It's kind of curling under. So I think I just want to cut a little triangle. See, I could cut a little triangle like this up here. I'll show you. I don't want to cut it too deep, but it could be like this. But I think it'll look nicer if I just cut a triangle from the bottom. Plus I said I need to cut off this edge and make a nice flat edge here. So I'm just going to cut an angle like this. And we have a nice angled pocket that will glue down. It will eventually be like sewed together when we sew everything together. But for right now it's going to be glued. So I think I'm just going to use some art glitter glue on here. And we'll get a nice flat, be able to glue this nice and flat. And it's going to be sewed around too, so, but I still want to glue it on, have it nice and glued down. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll glue this piece on. It doesn't matter which direction it goes in. I think I want this part at the bottom because my pocket can cover up. It's kind of a, it's not a rough edge, but you know, that's where we cut, so it makes it look a little bit more, it makes it a little bit more rough with that cut edge there. That's what it looking like to me anyway. So let's see if we can get our glue to come out here. Got my little heater on. It was a beautiful sunny day, but we're having a cool night. But it was beautiful, sunny, and got pretty warm. You know, not hot or anything. It got up to like 68 or something. But on a nice sunny day in North Carolina, that's a nice warm day. So it was awesome. And it's supposed to be a little warmer tomorrow, maybe 69 or 70. And then it's supposed to be 70s this week. So perfect October days here we're having. So I'm enjoying that whenever I can, as far as, you know, acknowledging we have warm weather and feeling the nice warm weather when I go outside. And it's like I want to enjoy it while I can because I know it's going to get cold. Okay, that's enough. Got little squiggles all over the place that won't add any bulk to this as we put it down. And I've got the correct edge on the bottom that I wanted. So let's just get this all nice and even here on the sides. I'm going to pull it over a little bit. Got it going over the edge there. Okay, so let me get it even on the edge, even on the top. We cut it pretty much to fit just right. Yep, I think we got it good. Got it down good. Okay, so you have to put your paper down first and then your fabric. So here's our other piece. Well, here's our pocket. Let's go ahead and glue that down. So we're just going to glue it on 3 sides and leave that one side where we cut the angle. We're going to leave that, or we glue it on 2 sides, not 3. You don't want to glue the top down. That's where you're putting in your papers. But it's going to be sewn on the bottom and the side too. So just enough glue to glue it down. And of course you don't have to sew. You can just glue this down if you want. You don't have to sew at all. I just want to sew just for, you know, it adds extra strength, but I also like the look of it. So there we go. Front cover done as far as the paper goes. Now let's cut this one to fit our back cover. So here we go. I'm going to fold this one up also. And make our bottom fold here. Let me see if that is right. Yep, that is right. Don't want to cut it too short here, so let me just make sure this is right down to the bottom. Yeah, I think it is. Yes, I think it's all good. Okay, so let's cut this. Let's see what's happening with my timer. My timer had a commercial. That adds to my time. Yeah, I take the commercials off. I've been meaning to tell you guys that there is a way to take the commercials off the middle of your videos. YouTube has a way of putting them on without your permission. And so what they're doing is putting them on every video. Every new video you publish or you put on YouTube, you have to go on every new video. Like hopefully I've taken care of all my old videos, and I took all the commercials off that are during, you know what I mean? All I have is the commercial at the beginning and maybe a little banner that pops up. I think that's all I allowed YouTube to do. And so I tried to take care of all my old videos and fix those. But then when you put a new video on, you can't think, okay, I did it once, now I'm done. No, you have to go in every new video now. Every new video, if you don't want videos or commercials during your video, you have to go in, and it's not easy to find. It's like if you don't do some digging, you won't find it. I really dug and found it, spot, and it's not even easy. You have to click like at least five buttons to get the commercials off. It's not like 1, 2, and you're done. No, it's like at least 5 buttons. 5 clicks. Different things you have to make sure you do to get the commercials off your video. So yes, I do that, and hopefully it's working, and from what I've seen, it's working. Because I try to watch. I watch my videos before I publish them, so I don't really watch them after. But once in a while, I do watch them after, just to make sure, I'm getting those commercials off of there and it's working the way I want it to. Okay, I don't have that quite to the edge, but I think it'll be all right. So it's already down good. I'll be sewing there too. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to tell you that because I'm trying to time my video here with another video that's on YouTube, and then they have commercials. So now my time's going to be off, so I got to be careful. But I've been meaning to tell you, just in case you're wondering, or if you're a person that is on YouTube and you don't know how to turn your ads off, send me an email. My email is always under my videos in the description, and I'll send you the instructions, because I have to look at it and do it myself to tell you, because like I said, there's at least 5 buttons you have to click. At least 5. There might be 10. I don't know. It's like click, 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 to get them off. What you have to do is turn them off. So yep, I will be glad to send you those instructions. So yeah, they changed it totally, because it used to be in another place. It used to be another place where you go and turn them off, and that was it. But now, yeah, they changed it. So they're getting tricky on us. Okay, so cool, right? We've got our front, back paper, our pockets, and now, so I'm going to measure this with the front, because that's where it's most important not to have it too wide. See how wide it is right now? So what do I have to cut fabric with? I have this. I don't know. It looks like, was it ripped before? I don't know if I could rip it though. This looks like fabric that you can't rip. So I think I'm gonna have to try to cut a straight line here. So I'm going to, I don't want to waste this fabric. Like I could use it in other places in this journal or wherever. So let's see, let's measure by the front. So say I have it going just over where I have this tape, masking tape or duct tape. So it's right there is where it would be, just going over the masking tape in the front. So in the back, I can just cut this side, one side, and here's my masking tape right here. Almost in half, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to leave myself a little leeway because I don't want to cut it too short and then be sorry I cut it too short. And then the same with the back here, which is not quite as important because I'm not covering up our major picture here. So let me look at the front inside and see how that measures up and fits into our inside here with our pockets and everything. Where is it going to go? Let's see. See, pocket right here. So if I put it right there and then it goes over here, let me fold it over for a second here and see where. I just want to make sure it's like not covering up my pocket. It kind of is on the front. So let me see if I can cut it any smaller here. Not quite as much. I don't really need leeway. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't cutting it too thin so that my tape would show here in the front or something. So I'm worried about the front but not the back. So let me cut that a little closer, about right there. Pretty close, but it should be okay. I hope it is. Yeah, I mean, it's even all the way up, so it should be okay. So I'm going to cut this. The inside piece here, we made it shorter. So let's see if I can cut a straight line here. I have something else I can cut a straight line with, but since I'm here, I don't really have my everything set up to cut fabric right here. So I'm just going to use these scissors. And I've been cutting fabric for tassels because I have some other fabric I want to use for tassels, but it's not, I tried to tear it and it wouldn't tear. I went with the grain. I know about that. You have to tear, you know, with the grain. So it's, you know, if you try to tear against the grain, it's pretty much impossible or very hard anyway. So, and it doesn't tear easy. But yeah, I tried to tear it with the grain and just for some reason that fabric will not tear. And that's what this fabric looks like. This is a thicker fabric too, so. All right, I think I did pretty good there. And we got a whole piece we could use for another spine, so awesome. So now I'm just going to glue this down, and then I'm going to glue it down with some, I think I'll start on the inside and put a little piece down here that's going to fold up on the inside. And well, let me make sure this is going to fit around so I know how much I can leave for folding. Yeah, we got plenty there. So the inside, actually, let me see that. Oh, the inside's going to be upside down. I might have to cut this. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut this so the inside is not. So I can fold it over here a little bit, fold it over the top a little bit. So I'll just do a little fold here, a little fold here, and cut like right on that blue line. And then I can turn this around so that I don't have my fabric upside down on the inside here, and glue that separately. Yeah, yep, that's what we're going to do. Usually I just fold it around, but this is directional, so okay. So I think I'm going to put some, I'm not going to use a whole lot of glue because I'm going to be sewing down the edges, but I do want a good amount of glue in the middle part here. We don't want that poofing up or anything, you know. So I'm going to get some in the grooves here. Even though I'll be sewing in the grooves, I want to go ahead and get that tacked down on the edges also, and then all in the middle, like I said. This fabric is it see-through? It's a thick fabric, but it's a little see-through. So you want to be careful with your glue. If you're just using glue, you don't want to see that through your fabric once you have your fabric down. So even though I'm going to be sewing this down, I still want it down nice and solid with my glue. So that looks like plenty of glue. I'm just going to kind of spread it out a little bit so we don't have any lumps or bumps there under our fabric. That looks good. Okay, like I said, a little bit over the bottom, a little bit over the top, so we have something to fold over. So we have a nice top and bottom there of our spine. Get that all nice and glued down. No wrinkles or anything. I need a little bit more right here. Okay, and I'm going to try to get this done before my video ends. If my video ends, I'm sorry. You know how my camera is. I've told you, if you're new to my channel, my camera cuts me off at 30 minutes, and I try to time it, but sometimes this show I'm using for my timer just had a commercial, so that could be a problem. Okay, there we go. So this piece is going to go here. I'm going to glue that down. That's my pocket there, and that's my pocket here, so we're not going over our pockets now. Let me see if it's too long. So I'm going to glue it down like right to the top, right to the bottom. So I need to cut. I can cut it after. You know what? I can cut it after. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it down and cut the bottom off after. And then I'll be sure it's long enough, and I, don't cut it too short. I think I have done that before. Get some in the grooves all on our spine here quickly. And then I'll come back to you with my next steps. I'll probably go ahead and do my sewing off camera if you don't mind. I could do it on camera sometime if you want me to. Just let me know if you want to watch me struggle with sewing on a book. But yeah, I can do it on camera if you want, so just let me know if you want to see that. But I'll probably go ahead and do it this time off, and then next time I'll do it on if I get enough people interested in that. So there, so you can get a general idea here of what it's going to look like. The inside cover. Pretty, right? And I'm just going to now cut this off real quick, and then this video will be done. See how I can just go right here, get my scissors right up there, cut a nice straight line. A nice straight line. I'm talking to myself now. There we go. That looks good. Let's look at it. So here it is. There's our fabric there. We didn't want to go over to our airplane. So see, there's the tip of the airplane right now, right there. So it kind of is perfect. Here's our, isn't that cute? Here's the back. We didn't cover up our animals too much, but it's the back. So I'm going to definitely cover up this barcode there. So anyway, that's it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed. I think it's going to be, look how cute, orange and orange. Love it. So I'll see you next time. Happy crafting, and I'll see you with the next step. See you later.